Good morning and welcome to After GMS. We are live here on the WFMY News 2 Facebook page. We'll give you a few moments to come on in and join us. We have a couple great conversations for you today.
We do.
I'm Megan Maleras with Sydney Moore, and for Tracy, meteorologist Ed Matthews getting us started with a beautiful forecast.
Let's do it.
I know. Look at it behind us.
Nice morning here in the Piedmont. As we take a look at forecast highs today, upper 70s to near 80 across the area, well below our normal of 87 for this time of year. So the nice weather continues. Low pressure moving farther off the Carolina coast as high pressure to our north is kind of nosing into the area. We had the thicker clouds yesterday, more of a mix of sun and clouds today. We'll call it partly sunny. Shower chance below 20%, so no worries. And I think that's going to be the case tomorrow. The high pressure remains in control. Another nice dry day, and temperatures up around 80 coming up on Thursday. By Friday and the weekend, temperatures are going to warm up a little bit more. It's not going to get hot, but temperatures should make it into the mid-80s over the weekend, and that could spark an afternoon thunderstorm, but not a big rain event headed our way anytime soon. 78 today, 80 tomorrow, low 80s on Friday, and then we're looking at those mid-80s over the weekend. Beginning on Friday, 40% chance of an afternoon or early evening storm, and we'll bump that up to a 50% chance by Sunday and early next week.
Okay, so this is a fascinating study that's getting a lot of you talking already on my Facebook page and now here in the chat. It's a new scientific review that suggests our brains are not designed to be active after midnight.
That's right. It found that staying up past midnight can lead to several physiological problems. The authors highlighted that being awake during the night is associated with an increased risk of eating more food and engaging in violent behaviors. Despite these findings, experts say that other factors may play a role, like prior sleep history and length of time spent awake.
So on the other hand, many people find they're more productive at night or even creative. For these so-called night owls, staying awake past midnight might not have a negative effect. And when it comes to nocturnal brain function, it is worth considering how long a person has been awake prior to the clock striking midnight. If you work overnight, you work odd hours, you're not necessarily doomed to poor health. The study found it was all about sticking to a set schedule even on the weekends, which is easier said than done. But yes, it does make a difference, so your body is not so jarred switching from a super early wake up to an afternoon sometimes wake up.
That's right. Ed, what's your normal sleep schedule?
I have a weird normal schedule, but you know, I have a weird work schedule too. I'm in bed by about 7 o'clock in the evening. I'm up at 1:30 in the morning. And I find, having done that for many, many years, even on my days off, I automatically get up early. I'm not a sleep until 10 or 11 o'clock kind of person. But even, you know, waking up around 6 or 7 o'clock, that is certainly sleeping over compared to 1:30 in the morning when I wake up. So I think your body gets into that habit if you do it for a long period of time.
I was going to ask you, you're probably used to that by now.
Yeah, oh, very much so. 34 years of it. I'm really disciplined on sleep. People may not realize it, but we have to keep the energy up. We want to be exciting. We want to be interesting. We want to smile, you know, and all that. So I like to charge my batteries at night. So I'm really disciplined about going to bed early because I get up so early.
Do you depend on that alarm clock?
You know, interestingly enough, I wake up about, and this is just about every morning. I got 2 alarm clocks to make sure that I'm in place here in the morning. I wake up about 5 minutes before my alarm is to go off. There you go.
Better than late.
Into the groove. Into the groove.
Well, Ed, if you ever want to babysit my kids, I will send them your way.
I think I'll pass on that. They're sweet. They're sweet, but I think I'll pass on that.
I mean, poor sleep in motherhood, sometimes it comes with the territory, but it's fine. It's part of it. I usually get myself to bed around 8:39 after the kids are in bed. First alarm goes off around 2:20. Note, I said the first alarm goes
First
off.
alarm, right?
There are several, but oftentimes the baby's getting me up before then to eat, or the cat, his body is on such a nocturnal clock. It's interesting, our pets kind of operate with that too, and so even on the weekends, if it's not the kids, it's the cat waking me up at this set schedule because he's so used to mom having to get up and go to work.
What's the cat doing to wake you up?
Oh, he's knocking every single item off the nightstand.
Wow,
Clunk,
really?
Clunk. Walking behind my head on the pillow.
Wake up,
No
mommy.
way.
Oh, yeah.
I thought cats were quiet, you know, peaceful,
Not mine.
going around the house, you know.
No.
When
Cats
I
are nocturnal.
when I work on a dayside shift, like a 9 to 6, I like to get up really early, about 5 a.m. so to say, just to maybe look for some more other story ideas for the day that I didn't maybe find the night before. Maybe make some breakfast from time to time, or get a nice workout in or something like that.
That's all good.
Yeah, so I think my body's a little bit different, and then when I'm doing morning shifts, I'm kind of like Megan, waking up at that 2:20 with that's just the first alarm. You got to have, just like she said, multiple to make sure you get up for work on time.
I admit I was a little alarmed when I read the study. I thought, okay, getting up or going to sleep after midnight obviously is bad, but what if you have to get up soon after midnight? But the study, as we said, addressed that, and it said really the key is keeping a consistent routine. So it's hard to do on the weekends when, even for those of us who might go to bed 7, 8 o'clock during the week, we want to stay up till 10. That's hard. It also throws your body off because you sleep in later the next day. And for me, I get a headache when I do that because I think the caffeine withdrawal. I'm used to having that cup of coffee, the first one around 3, and then when you sleep until even just 6 or 7, your mind's not getting that boost of the caffeinated beverage until much later. So it's interesting. We're not all doomed. This is just a peer review right now, or just a review that needs to be peer reviewed. But it's definitely good. I mean, sleep is important. It's so oftentimes under the radar. My doctor told me I need to get more sleep, but she's also a mom and understands that this is just the nature of my life right now, and that's okay. But yes, prioritizing sleep is important for your physical and your mental health.
I'm looking here in the chat. Belinda says she wakes up maybe around 1 a.m. Wow, very interesting. And here, Deborah says 10, I have to get up at 5 a.m. Joanne says her wake up time is 6:30 a.m., but no alarm needed. And she has a 7 o'clock a.m. coffee time. Can't miss that coffee time, huh? And then Walter says, I go to bed around 8:30 to 9 o'clock, and I am up and down all night, but I get up at 5:30 a.m. every morning. I'm like that. I love getting up at 5 a.m.
It's nice in the morning. Now, I will say it is nice and quiet. And
so
sometimes
quiet.
on my days off, I get up right around sunrise and go on a bike ride.
Oh, that's nice.
Mornings are really, really nice.
And I used to never be like that until I joined this team and started working mornings, but I have so much me time when I'm waking up at 5:30.
Yeah.
That's nice. The study also talked about teenagers, how naturally they tend to gravitate toward later bedtimes.
Yeah.
And that's part of their development. It's totally normal for them to be able to go to bed later and get more sleep, but it's also the reason they're groggier and crankier in the mornings and have a hard time getting up to get on the bus or in the car to go to school.
And probably watching their favorite shows or movies or something
Studying.
as well too.
Yeah.
Studying.
So Bobby had commented that his lab, Seamus, is his alarm clock, gets him up every day at 5 a.m. Going along with what I said about my cat Milo, just knowing now is the time to get up, got to physically get out of bed, prove that there is food in the bowl.
Oh,
and then
Milo.
Get back. Yeah, you know how it goes. It's my third child.
Virginia says I don't know if you read this, Megan. I'm sorry if you did. I get 5 to 6 hours of sleep a night. Okay. Alex says I get up at 7 a.m. Oh, Bobby agrees with you in terms of the pet, or that his lab is his alarm clock. He gets me up at 5 a.m. every morning. Ooh. And Walter says he feeds the 3 dogs and 4 cats. Oh, wow, at 6 a.m.
There you go.
Got some early morning people here, of course.
We do, which is why they're tuned into After
That's
GMS,
right.
and we appreciate it. Okay, let's get to some morning headlines, and then we have another conversation that might make you a bit hungry. So we'll start with this. Winston-Salem police, unfortunately, are looking for whoever shot a man on North Liberty Street. Police say the man was walking on the road just after 10:30 last night when someone fired at him. He then ran to East 23rd Street to call police. If you know anything about what happened, call Crime Stoppers. North Carolina A&T State University is adding to its collection of off-campus housing. The university bought 2 apartment complexes. The deal is set to close this time next month. A&T students started arriving on campus over the last couple of weeks, and classes start today. Good luck, Aggies.
Today, the North Carolina Zoo will break ground on its new Asia continent exhibit. Last year, the state approved $75 million to begin construction. It'll include tigers and Komodo dragons, among other things. The zoo expects it to open in 2026. And people in Thomasville are still dealing with water discoloration nearly a month after city officials first warned of the issue. Leaders say the issues are caused by a byproduct of manganese and iron, which is naturally occurring in our water from Lake Tomalex. They add the water is safe to drink. It will just take time before water throughout the system. And it looks normal because the color has to work its way out of the 100 miles of pipes in the system.
Guilford County is allocating $41 million for improvement projects in 6 municipalities.
It's money the county received through the American Rescue Plan Act. Our Denise McMiller has more on how the money is being used.
Well, the big project the city of Greensboro is working on is the merging of the Windsor Rec Center and the Chavis Library here just across the street on Westgate City Boulevard. Now, I just got an update from the director of this project, and she says they are currently in the construction design phase. Here's a look at the current design for the Windsor Chavis NOCO Community Complex. Last month, Greensboro voters approved $40 million for the construction of this complex, and now Guilford County is allocating an additional $15 million. But more money is needed to bring this concept to life.
We're still looking for another, I think it's approximately $8 million that we're specifically looking for. And we're talking to community partners, we're looking at grant opportunities.
Now, once all the funding is in place, the community complex will have a rec center, library, and other community services. The director says offering this many resources in a single building will be a national model.
We really don't believe there's anything like it. Honestly, we say this country, but we've even actually had some opportunity to talk to some folks in Canada. And even though they also have joint use facilities, they aren't as intertwined as this facility is. This provides us with the opportunity not just to have a proper library in the facility and a proper recreation center, but to intertwine and intermingle the services of the two, along with other, again, city departments, sometimes other community agencies.
Now, the remaining $26 million of American Rescue Plan funds will go to other parts of the county, like the town of Summerfield and Oak Ridge. On our website, you'll find a full breakdown of how each dollar is being spent.
All right, that's an amazing effort happening underway. We'll get much more on some of those other projects as they get started as well.
Absolutely, but right now we're going to talk about some Girl Scout cookies. Get ready for Raspberry Rally, Ed, the newest Girl Scout cookie. But this one marks a first in that the flavor will only be available online starting next season. The Raspberry Rally is described as a thin, crisp, raspberry-infused cookie dipped in a chocolatey coating and a sister cookie to Thin Mints.
Looks absolutely amazing, if I might add, a Thin Mint with raspberry filling. Scouts will be able to place the order, so if you know a Scout, they'll be able to help you fill it. They will just have to ship those items because these Girl Scout cookies aren't necessarily in all the local warehouses. The 2023 Girl Scout cookie season generally runs from January to April, but exact start times can vary by region. And did you know the names of the Girl Scout cookies vary by region too?
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, when I was growing up, the Samoas, the Coconut Delights, as they're often referred to here, are called Samoas, and it's because there are 2 separate bakeries, depending on what region you're a Girl Scout.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Anyway, I digress. We were talking about this raspberry cookie, and it looks awesome.
So you like Thin Mints?
I love Thin
Okay, because I was getting that energy from you.
Oh.
What is it about Thin Mints that you like, Megan? I have to know.
You know, I'm not really sure, other
Okay.
than the fact that I can eat an entire sleeve of them in one sitting, and that they taste better frozen.
Really?
Yeah, they're
Okay.
deceiving because they're so thin.
They're so
and so you think, oh, okay, I'll have one more. Oh, wait, one more after that. Wait, no, one more. And then
That's really how
Soon
Girl
enough.
Scout cookies are.
Yeah.
My favorite is the original one, the truffle, I think is what it's called, just
Yeah,
the
the
regular classic
trefoil.
one.
Yeah.
And I literally just sit there and just eat it one by one by one. I never get tired of them. They're so good. I love Girl Scout cookies. How
Oh,
about you?
I love
Ed?
them all. I love all the flavors. I think two of my favorite, now I've just added the raspberry to my list. I'd love to try that right now, as a matter of fact. I like the shortbread.
Okay.
I've always loved shortbread cookies, but I like all different flavors. They've got a lemon cookie that has a real tangy lemon. I don't know the exact name of it. I know it's a lemon cookie, but it is really, really good. I like that one too.
lemonade.
Yeah.
I think they're just called the lemonades. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are amazing. So obviously your favorite cookie doesn't have to necessarily be Girl Scout, even though a lot of you are weighing in on your favorite Girl Scout cookie. Caramel Delights said, Belinda, have to stay away from them cookies. Rhonda said lemonade cookies. Joanne loves Moravian cookies, all flavors. Joanne, let me know if you've stopped by Old Salem and got some of those amazing Moravian cookies that are homemade. Bobby loves the Samoas, as I mentioned, also known here as the Coconut Delights. And then we heard from a few other viewers still weighing in, getting hungry, making us hungry as they comment. Aside from Girl Scout cookies, I also love Milano's cookies.
I never had that, but I've heard of it before. It's pretty good.
Yep. Oh yeah, grocery store aisle. Yep.
I love a good chocolate chip and an oatmeal raisin. My dad loves oatmeal raisin.
Yeah. Well, getting out of the rim of the Girl Scout cookies, I would say my number one favorite cookie is a chocolate chip. And I don't know if they have.
Classic
I don't
chip.
know if the Girl Scouts have one, but I have always been a big fan of chocolate chip and peanut butter. Of course, peanut butter
peanut butter is
in
really
any
good, too.
form is going to be good. But I like the peanut butter cookies. And you know, this is interesting. I don't know how many of you fly Delta, but they have a little cookie.
The Biscoff cookies.
That's it.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, those things
They're
get
good?
such a go. My goodness, they get that thing on a flight, and it's like,
Now I'll think of you and I
may
taste
I
it.
have another?
Please.
And they always let me have another. It's like,
With your chocolate chip cookie, did you ever like heat it up and put some ice cream with
Absolutely.
it? Yes, then you're doing it right, Ed Matthews. You're doing it
Absolutely,
right.
Yeah, you don't need to put it very long in the in the microwave. Maybe 10 seconds at the most. Put a little vanilla ice cream on that. Boy, I'm getting hungry.
Ooh. On that note, the vending machine has some pretty appetizing oatmeal raisins. They'll have to do today. They will have to do.
We got some other ones here too. Virginia says golden Oreo. I've never heard of golden
Yeah,
Oreo
the
before.
vanilla Oreos.
Joanne says chocolate chip from the Fresh Market.
Yes.
She's
Oh, yeah.
suggested that for you,
I've
Ed.
had those. I have had those.
And then LeVar says oatmeal cookies for the win. I love oatmeal cookies.
Oatmeal cookies are good. Just cookies are good.
Can't go wrong with
You can have a
cookies.
bad day, and in my case, eat 20 cookies, and I'm ready to go. And I'm with you on the sleeves of the Girl Scout cookies. It's like, it's all gone. I can't believe I ate that whole sleeve of cookies. But it's easy to do because
Just go get you another one.
They're
Yeah, you'll
so
be all right.
good.
And,
Treat
you know,
yourself.
You exercise, everything in moderation.
Well, that's true. That's true. I don't feel as guilty
Yeah,
now.
bike a couple extra miles and eat what you want.
And Ed, today might be a great day for folks to go out. Maybe stop by a nice cookie shop with the weather looking
Yeah.
good today.
And call me and I'll meet you there, all right? Yeah. Oh, man. Cookies are so good. You know, and our weather is good as well. It'll be a nice day. It's a beautiful morning. Temperatures moving up on our way to the upper 70s today. 80 tomorrow, 82 on Friday. Now, you see the temperatures warm back up, but there's no 90-degree heat in that 7-day. It's amazing. We'll see the mid-80s over the weekend. Now, no real significant rain at all headed our way anytime soon, but beginning Friday and right on through early next week, we'll add at least some chance of a few pop-up afternoon and early evening showers and storms. And that's due mainly to just the heating of the afternoon. You heat up the air a little bit and you get some thunderstorms, but nothing significant. So you can start making those weekend plans. It's hump day. hump day. So that means you got to get busy. Make all those outdoor plans you can handle.
Yeah. Hump day, but the hump's going up on our forecast because it's just,
That was good. Exactly.
steps.
I'm looking at. I'm like, as long as you don't touch 90,
Yeah.
I'm good.
We'll see how long we can go. I don't see 90s for a while.
Woohoo!
to have the
great.
entire 7-day in August be below average is pretty significant with no
Yeah.
severe weather.
Yeah.
Knock on wood, but
Yeah, no kidding.
we've been lucky.
We have been lucky, very lucky.
All right, on that note, thank you so much for spending part of your morning here with us. On Facebook, we do this every weekday at 7:45. It's called After GMS.
Thank you so much for joining us.